Hi folks, John here from Hench and Saunters. I figured I'd add my contribution to Rob's insane endeavour to do 25 videos from the 1st of December to the 25th of December. Now, my work schedule is incredibly different to Rob's, so he, for the most part, was taking this endeavour alone, but I figured I'd help where I can. So this is a retro review for the film Mystic River.
Hey, Divine. What you looking at?
The old neighborhood.
There are places that make us who we are.
Save!
I used to play on this street when I was a kid.
Really?
Moments that give us hope.
Do not make her laugh. Where have you been?
Feelings that make us question our beliefs. Fears that trigger our darkest emotions.
It's my daughter's car.
He sent my daughter in there! He sent my daughter in there! Oh, God!
Mystic River was released in 2003, directed by the maestro Clint Eastwood, based on the novel of the same name by Dennis Lehane. The film stars Sean Penn, Tim Robbins, Lawrence Fishburne and Kevin Bacon, and is centered around Jimmy, Sean and Dave as kids who are playing out in the streets like any kids do, and are approached by a stranger in a car, and Dave is incidentally forced into the car, molested and held captive. Fast forward several decades later, and Jimmy, who is Sean Penn's character, his daughter winds up dead, and Dave, played by Tim Robbins, is the prime suspect, it seems. Now, I don't want to say too much about the plot because it will ruin the film. It will spoil the film for you, and I think this film is so good that you should go in knowing as little as possible. It is important to note that this incident did, of course, affect their friendship as children, and they grew apart. So Kevin Bacon plays Sean, and he is a police officer. Jimmy is kind of played by Sean Penn, is kind of a I mean, I think he owns a convenience store or a chain of convenience stores, but he's kind of a rough dude. And Dave is kind of a mousy guy. The performances in this film are incredible from everybody, and I feel that any Clint Eastwood directed film, he manages to get such great performances out of his cast, and this is no less apparent in this movie. There's one scene between Dave and Jimmy on a porch that is incredible. It's insane. It clearly got Sean Penn the Oscar, and I think Tim Robbins was either awarded the Best Supporting Actor Academy Award or he was at least nominated, and rightfully so, because Tim Robbins, I've only seen him in a handful of things, but you look at Shawshank Redemption where he's quite a strong-willed character, and you look at Mystic River where he's a very kind of mousy character. He's obviously traumatized from a childhood event. The cinematography by Tom Stern, who is a frequent collaborator of Eastwood's, is incredibly smooth and fluid, which is really unsettling, to be honest with you, because the subject matter is incredibly dark. Like, this film is a dark film. The subject matter, as I said, it starts off dark, it gets dark, it is dark, it's a very dark movie. There's no getting around that. So for the cinematography to never delve into this shaky handheld affair is quite impressive, and as I said, it's very unsettling. Now similarly, Clint Eastwood also provided the score for this film, and like his scores for films like Changeling and Flags of Our Fathers, I think, it's very understated, very, very simplistic, and again, very unsettling because of how calming it is. If you like this video, please click thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Quick side note, I'm about 15 to 16 pages into my screenplay for the film that I plan on making next year. Nothing else has been put into place. However, I have been printing off documentation and contracts and all sorts of things to get permission to film in my local city. So I'll keep you updated. I'm really excited to make this project. I'm probably going to do a couple of short films between now and then to kind of figure out how to make films, I guess. But I'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching.